Hi guys, welcome to another episode of AJAWI TV. I'm AJAWI, and for today we'll be talking about AC, air conditioning unit, how we can save money and how we can avoid giving JPS all of the money where we are work over the years because we now got an AC unit for our home, right? So in this video we'll be speaking on that topic. So without any further ado, let's get into this video. Good evening, Mr. Ricardo. Mr. Ricardo,
Yes,
my
Mr. Allen.
would you do you mind introducing yourself to our followers?
No problem. I'm a young entrepreneur. Name is Ricardo Adams.
Oh, okay. And what's the name of your business again?
Name of my business is Rico's HVAC.
HVAC. Okay, HVAC. And you guys really deal with let us say refrigeration or AC, the AC man. that's what I would call it.
Well, we actually deal with the repairs and the installation and the service of air conditioning units, commercial units, and also refrigeration systems.
Okay. Well, the reason why I decided to really interview you is that I have we basically discuss construction related topics on our channel, right? And one of the things that I notice is that it's really hot these days, right? It's very hot. And I would like to know if I'm going to consider buying an AC unit for my house. My first concern, right? I want to know if I should buy one. And my first concern is that it's gonna send up my electrical bill, right?
Okay, that is a concern.
That is my concern. Now, when I think about AC, right, the air conditioning, in my mind, I'm thinking the size of the unit might directly contribute to the cost as it relates to my electrical bill, right? So if I have a lower size than I'm supposed to have, chances are I will send it up. I don't know. So you being the professional in the area, I would like to hear your view on it. How important is proper sizing of the AC unit once we're buying an AC unit?
Okay, the sizing is very important because you have two sides. You have oversizing and you have undersizing. Oversizing dealing with your health, but pertaining your electrical bill, for it to not raise or high electrical bill, you have to choose the right size.
Oh, okay.
Right? And choosing the right size, then it will result in more efficiency. And how you use it also. So you have the inverter type and you have the regular type. If you use it more than 12 hours, it makes sense that you invest in an inverter, because with the inverter is how long you run it, it saves on your light bill.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And pertaining the regular unit, it depends on the size and how you seal your space properly. So with a regular unit, you won't have a dramatic spike in your electrical in your electricity bill, right? If you have the right,
given that if we have the right size, right?
If you have the right size and if the space is sealed properly, pertaining the type of windows and the type of doors.
That is what I was going to go into next. Because, all right, before we move on to that, if I have a unit, right, and it is undersized, what really happens? How does that really send up my bill?
Okay, what really happens when you have an undersize, it first, you have three things what happen when you have an undersize. It doesn't cool the space efficiently because it has to be working. That is one. Two, it overworks, right? So when it overworks, it draws something called high amperages. So drawing high amperages now, that is where JPS smiles, right? And bill you for your amperages. So when it is undersized, it overworks and it draws more amperages. That will cause the spike in the light bill.
But is oversizing really that detrimental? I mean, me get a cooler space.
No, oversizing is not detrimental in your cooling efficiency and in your light bill. It's not detrimental, but in your health wise, health, it will be detrimental in the long term, because when you have an oversize, the area is more humid, is more wet. You understand? Because it's so big and powerful in that small space, so it made that space more humid, and that will result in pneumonia also for the client. Especially applies to oversize.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And how do I know the size? What do I hear something about BTU and ETU and something like that.
Yes, the size. You have a certified technician come and measure up the size, the space, and judging by that now, we will know the right size to recommend to our client.
Oh, okay. All right. The next question that I have is, if a lot of people come to me to do designs for them, right? To do drawings for them for their house, and as Jamaicans, I think they love big glass windows. A lot of people, they're like, yo, I want a glass window, I want it big. So most times they don't understand that. All right, I'll give you an example. I had an AC in a room, right? Nice size AC for that particular room. And I went and stand beside a window. I had a big window in the room. And when I put my hand against the window, it was hot. I mean, so hot that when I touch the glass itself, I have to remove my hand, because what most people don't know is that when light hit glass, it refracts at a 90 degree, so it's very hot.
Yeah.
So does that really? I think that it affects it based on the mechanism and based on the whole science of it. But what do you think as the AC technician?
Yeah. So that's why when I as a technician go to do a measurement or go to assess an area before installation, we do take windows into serious measures, or we take serious look at that, right? And observation. So when we go in and we see a certain, like a slab and certain type of glass, that is how now we make our recommendation and the size unit to combat all those heat load that will be drawn into that space.
Oh, okay. So in essence, you don't necessarily want to have large size windows that are getting direct sunlight. You can have light coming in, but if you're getting direct sunlight, then that's a big problem.
So if the space does not have that window as yet, we will recommend a board window or a smaller window. But if it already is there, if it's there already, right, then now we would have to choose the size unit to combat it, because we don't really want to strain our client's pocket telling them that the window have to change. We just can use the right size to combat that and have more insulation in the space.
Oh, okay. But what I would recommend, what I would recommend to people is that they look at shading, shading the windows themselves, because you can actually, you can have your windows, you know, but depending on the shading device that you use to really eliminate that direct sunlight, because sunlight is not necessarily the light that is the problem, right? It's the fact that you're getting direct sunlight. So you have a radiating situation. You have, because sunlight is really radiation, right? And once that hit you, then you know the particles start vibrate, and that's what really creates the heat. So if it is that you can use, say, a shading device over your window or above your window that really channel the direct sunlight away from your windows, then that would be that would be a good plus for you. All right, then. So like an awning.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you're a busy man, so I'm not gonna hold you long, you know. But the last question is, when I think about the AC unit, right, and I think about my fridge, the more I open my fridge and stand up in front of it and look in it, the more my light bill go. So in relation to a house now, where it is not, if you don't seal the room properly, if you open the doors and leave it open or stuff like that, how critical is that in relation to your AC operating properly? The type of doors that is there, we know that the windows will affect it, but can the door itself affect the room temperature or the AC overall? Alright guys, so I haven't forgotten you guys. We have actually hit the 1,000 mark, right? We have hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're almost at 4,000 watch hours. So what I want to do is, once we reach 4,000 watch hours, I want to give away this, right? This is a shading device that you can use. It's outdoor. It's an outdoor shading device, a diamond shading device. That's how it looks, right? So you install it around your home, and you can really sit outside underneath it and enjoy your outdoor space, right? So how I'm going to do this is, once we reach the 1,000 subscribers, no, once we reach the 4,000 watch hour mark, I'm going to look through the comment section to see who really have been participating in our discussion and stuff like that, and that person will get this shading device. Now mark you, the person must be living in Jamaica or have somebody living in Jamaica at the moment, and it will go to that person who is in Jamaica, right? So if you're living overseas and you have somebody in Jamaica, then you can give it to them, but it has to be somebody in Jamaica that gets the item, right? So if you're living overseas and you have been participating, just leave a thumbs up if you have somebody in Jamaica that you would want to have this, right? Or maybe you're building a house in Jamaica and you want to have this. Boom, there you go. So just leave a thumbs up so that I can see that you have been participating. Once I see the thumbs up, I'm going to search to see how often you have been participating in our conversation, and hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. You're not hitting the like button. Come on, I need you to hit the like button, because that's how YouTube will pick us up, right? So I'm really happy, I'm really excited to give this to somebody. All right, so let's continue with this video.
Yes, most definitely. If, as I said, if you don't have a good insulated area, it will cause problem, because remember how the air conditioner operates. It sucks the hot air in this out of the space and push in cool air, right? And once any hot air is sensed in the room, the the compressor will continue to pump, right? If it's a regular compressor, once the space is cool or cold, then the compressor chips out, right? And then once any hot air seeps into the space, the compressor comes back in, causing it to draw high amps. And once that is happening, JPS will smile. With the inverter now, the inverter does not chips out when in there is cool. It continues, but it ramps up and ramps down. So when any hot space come into the space of our inverter cooling capacity, it ramps up, causing it to draw high amps same way. Right? So the trick between the regular unit and the inverter unit, the regular unit compressor chips out and come back in. And the inverter now continually run, but it ramps up and it ramps down. So if it continually ramping up, it's gonna obviously draw high amps same way. Any hot space, any hot air seeping into that space that was supposed to be cool will always draw high amps. So the key is to eliminate or minimize the amount of hot air that is going into the room.
Okay. So basically, well, what I'm understanding from what you're saying is once it reaches a certain temperature, the AC really is going to maintain it at that temperature. Because if you set it at a set temperature, then once it reaches that temperature, then it really takes less electricity to really maintain it. But then if you then open a door and then it go down, then it's going to want to push it back to that particular temperature that you set. And that is where we really run into problems. So, I mean, it's very informative. I really appreciate the fact that, you explained it a little bit more to me. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot in just this small conversation that we're having. So what I wanted to do right now is really tell the people where they can really contact you.
Okay, so you can contact me at Recut Tech on Instagram, and also my digital number you can contact me on is 815. No, sorry, that's my flow number, 815-7853. My digital number is 584-2144. Right? Once you contact me, I will definitely reach out to you anywhere you are on the island.
Okay. And of course, you guys will get a AJAWI discount. So don't even worry about that part. And we will.
And also they can purchase air conditioning units through me at a reasonable price.
You heard it, guys. I'm not the one that said it, he said it. So I want to thank you, Rico. I really appreciate taking the time out to come and speak to us and edify us on this particular topic. And I mean, this is just the first of many. So we'll expect to really talk to you some more, because we want to know how we can save money, not just during construction, but after construction. What can we put in place to really reduce our expenses or the cost during construction and after construction, or even before construction, right? So thanks for coming, and I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. All right guys, so thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, and whoever got this, I want to say to you, thank you for being a part of this journey. Please look out for my designs for shipping container homes. I will be doing it a little bit different. I'm not gonna tell you yet, right? I'm not gonna tell you yet. You have to be a part of the Patreon group though. I'm gonna leave the description below. What will happen is only those that are a part of my Patreon page will be able to see those designs. So head on over to my Patreon, and you know, you'll get to see these nice designs that I am doing for shipping container homes, and it will come with a lot of things. I'm not just gonna give you some drawings, I'm gonna give you a bill of quantities. We will organize for it to be shipped to your location, to be put down on the pad, or just go and check it out, you'll love it. All right, so thanks again guys, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and I'll see you next time.